Your day can start past 6 p.m., the game? Oh, jeez. Wow. All right, have at it. Yeah.
How cool was it just with to hear all those guys talking, teammates and families and coaches and kind of getting that side that we don't normally
No, 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 no. I think it's cool. I think if everybody would have kept it down to 4 minutes as opposed to 20 minutes, it would have been cooler. But George Jr. said, he said I might go over. Might. But no, it was nice. It was nice to hear those guys speak, and they've all contributed in their own way immensely to the success that we've had. And so that was nice. Fans, so cool that they stuck around.
Did you tell anybody you were going to, recognize Thomas that way, or did you just do it on the?
No, I didn't tell anybody. So, well, I may have told the coaches, but I mean, I didn't tell Thomas or anything. So,
as a coach, how much does a night like this take out of you emotionally, and how long do you usually need to recharge?
I'll be okay. I'm tired because bedtime's 11. But I don't think it took a lot out of me emotionally watching them play. I think the way we guarded the second half took more out of me, the way we guarded Jacobin. But it was a good night. It was a good night, and I thought, those guys. I obviously, Connor only made one shot, but it was a big shot that kind of extended. And Tyshawn played very, very well. And of course, Thomas playing his last game, he played well, just didn't make free throws. But it was a fun night.
What was the main reason you wanted to do that for Thomas?
Well, I think he deserves that. I mean, I've had a lot of people write me letters saying we should let Thomas speak, and my opinion is no, we shouldn't. Paul Pierce didn't do it. All the other guys that left early didn't do it. I don't think you make exceptions on senior night to do that, but I do think he's definitely worthy of being recognized. And if he wants to talk, like I said, he can come back next year.
Do you think you guys are right where you want to be going into the Big 12 tournament?
No, I don't think we guarded tonight, the second half. First half we guarded pretty well. Our offense was bad the first half. The second half our offense was pretty good, and we didn't guard. But we got to get a lockdown defender. I mean, Travis has got to become a lockdown defender, and that's obviously not happening right now. And Elijah's got to get better at that. You can't ask Tyshawn to be a lockdown defender and then have to score all the time. So, I mean, very apparent to me that that's something that we got to get better at real quick.
You look at halftime in both games, and he's got 4 points, Jacobin. Is it just that guy's just hard to guard for over 40 minutes?
Well, I think we helped him. You're going to let him score 7 points the first 2 minutes off of 2 bad fouls. I mean, you let a guy get his confidence at the free throw line that can score. That's not smart. And we did a good job the first half and just did a miserable job guarding him second half. And then the worse job we did, the more confidence he got. And then of course he put on a clinic. I don't think we've ever had a guy get 29 on us in a half, ever. And so we can all take a little bit of responsibility for that.
What were Travis and Elijah's main mistakes defensively in the second half?
I'd say Trav. I think Elijah's may have been fatigued. He's tired. I mean, he's tired. He looked like he's sick. But Travis, he's just not being aggressive. Travis lets his man catch it, and then after he lets him catch it, if you let a good player catch it where he wants to, then you're at his mercy. And he's not doing a good job of taking anything away right now. He's got to get better, and he will, because it means something to him. But right now, he's not guarding.
Thomas said just a second ago that he likes this team's chances better than the last two because I guess everybody has their role and there's that fight that people are doubting them. Do you see that?
Yeah, well, everybody had a role before too. We're 68-6. So I mean that's pretty good. But certainly, I think that considering the last two teams didn't do it, hopefully this is the year that we can. You look around the country. Connecticut didn't have the best team last year, and they won it. Duke the year before didn't have the best team, and they won it. It's not always that. It's a team that just finds lightning in a bottle and gets hot. And I do think we have the pieces in place that we could do that. But we got to play smarter, and we got to guard better in order to have a chance.
What approach do you take in Kansas City? Regular season obviously is what matters most, and then NCAA. But how do you kind of handle this week in Kansas City?
Oh, we're going to try to validate our championship. We're going to go over there and try to win it. I mean, if you play, you might as well try to win. I mean, there's no reason to play unless you don't play to win, and we're going to go there and try to win a tournament, one game at a time. And you know, it'll be hard to win 3 days in a row. We don't have this depth, and we're going to have to ride guys hard and play a lot of minutes if we're fortunate enough to advance. But it'll be good for us. That'll be good for us. In the tournament, if I'm not mistaken, we play A&M OU, and then if we're fortunate enough to advance, we play Baylor K-State. I mean, that's a heck of a you know, first 2 days. So you know, we're gonna have to tighten a few things up before we go over there.
Last couple of years, you've had such a deep bench that come tournament time, it seems like you've had to kind of cut it down a little bit. Is there any advantage to or benefit of having kind of the defined roles and
We've always had defined roles, so it doesn't make any difference if you play 8 or 9. Everybody's got a role. So I don't know that it's any different or any better. I think in the postseason, in the NCAA tournament, the depth isn't as big a factor unless you're in foul trouble or if you get hurt, because timeouts are so long and things like that. Guys can play a little bit longer stretches.
Coach, when do you get your heart pumping? I mean, is the Big 12 tournament, is that what gets you going? I mean, do we gotta wait a week? I mean, is it?
No, that'll get me going. You know, anytime you can line up and play against your peers, I think is something that you know, definitely charges everybody. So, yeah, we're going over there to try to win. I mean, we won it 5 out of the last 6 years, so we go over there fired up. I mean, there's no question. Now, that doesn't guarantee anything that you're going to win, but we certainly are going over there with the idea that's what we want to do, but we'll be charged. We'll be charged. Tonight, senior night, but it didn't have the same juice as last week or whatnot, because there wasn't as much at stake tonight. But they'll be, our guys will get their batteries recharged for this week.
Are you surprised that KU hasn't lost a senior night game in almost 30 years? I mean,
I did not know that. So,
the emotions of the night and everything.
yeah, that is pretty remarkable. Like, look what happened to Duke tonight, or who was it? Louisville the other night. I mean, there's some home teams going down. I think in large part because too many distractions and too much emotion.
Coach, you tell us some perspective on what this team accomplished in getting through the season, getting through the conference with just 2 losses and this other wrapped up.
Yeah, I never dreamed that the winner of the league would go have 2 losses. I thought 4 would tie it and 3 would win it outright, and to only have 2 is pretty remarkable. And you know, we've had a lot of good wins, but you know, we've only had 2 wins that were under 5 points, if I'm not mistaken, in league play. So we haven't just played a ton of close games. You know, we lost a close game at Missouri, and then if I'm not mistaken, at Texas, and then of course Missouri game here. But you know, those are the only games I think that were decided, you know, 5 or 6 or less points. And so we've done a pretty good job of you know, for a team that doesn't close great and do some things, we've actually done a better job looking at it statistically than what I probably thought going through it. But it's been a great run. But you know, we've had enough pats on the back about winning the league. You know, that's over. We need to put our focus in and go and try to make it a special season, because it's a good season. You can't take that away from us, but it won't be special unless you play well from this point forward.
You complimented the fans a bunch tonight. What's it like for you? Just, you know, you walk out of the tunnel and people show their appreciation for you. It just, I mean, I'm wondering, do you ever just think, wow, this is, I mean.
Yeah, I think one thing that I've learned to do is not take this place for granted. You know, you know, when you've been here as long as I have, 9 years, and you see the same things every night, sometimes you could just take it for granted, you know, that's how it is. But I tell you, I in the Missouri game, we're down about 5 or 7 in the second half, and the place is going nuts, and we're getting beat, and I'm thinking, what a cool place to be. I mean, because there's just not too many places like this, if any.